know, you know. Never would have made it. Never would have made it. We are not professionals. Never could have made it. And we do not own this music. But if you knew that today we're gonna share with you about G-O-D. I'm freaking right. But no, seriously, y'all. We never could have made it without. We would have lost it all. But now you see that he is here. The song don't say, but for you and me. Okay? So today we are going to be talking about putting God first. Don't get it twisted because I'm a little comedian when I want to be. God know me. He created me. Okay? So don't judge. But I want to say before we get started that I am Tika.
And I'm Tay Tay.
And we are the humble,
hilarious
hustlers. Okay, say it with some twists. Hustlers. You feel me? We do it this, we do it that, we do it that way. Okay? And today we are just talking about putting him first. And as we say, who is him? Is G-O-D. You know what I'm saying? The one and only. You know what I mean? So before we get started into that, I want to say don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share. You know, say something to us. Tell us what y'all want to hear. Tell us what you don't want to hear. You know what I'm saying? We take all feedback, okay? And as y'all see, my girl is always here to share some things with us, just as well as I'm here to talk, you know, and listen to. So we got on blue today, and we got a reason for that, because we choose a color for every month. And no, it's not about the birthstone. No, it's not because somebody told us to. It's just we just choosing these colors, and then we figure out what is this color about, okay? So we're going to have our girl Tay Tay share what the color is about and some little fun facts before we get into this video.
Yes. So, blue, it symbolizes wisdom. It symbolizes inspiration, stability, and being calm and peaceful. So, those things all fit under the color blue. So, you know, yes. And blue is also the color of spirituality. And blue, a fun fact about the color blue, blue is a rare eye color. There's only, study shows there's only about 8% of the world's population with the color, the eye color blue. So that is that. And then we're going to get into the topic, which is putting God first.
And before we get there, sister, let me just share this. I don't care about y'all judgmental people. Like I said, he created us. So yes, we're drinking on some wine. And today, y'all know we sip on wine every time. This is called California Roots. It's something new for us. It's the rose flavor or rose, whatever. But it's okay. Out of 10, I would give it maybe a 7 just because I'm a wine drinker. But it's kind of like bitter. It's not really sweet, and most people like sweet. So let's get into the main man of this main lane.
Because after all of that being said, you know, we have to put God first. No matter what we're doing, you have to put him in the midst of everything. This is how everything is going to be going the way it should go and how it needs to be. So we're just gonna learn to just put God into everything that we're doing. And first I would say that I'm gonna read a Bible verse and then we'll get into it. So this is from Proverbs 3 and 6. It says, in everything you do, put God first, and he will direct you and crown your efforts with success. This means that God should be the center of every action and decision, and our lives should reflect this. So like we said, whatever you do, success, jobs, everyday activities, we have to learn to put God in this situation and go from there. So the next thing is the Bible verse. Another Bible verse. It says, "You should have no other gods before me." That's Exodus 20:3. This means nothing can be considered a god. No person, no child, money, sex, jobs, etc. We can do a lot of things, and when you do these things and you constantly do it and stuff, and you're putting it before God, like, he's a jealous God too. So you gotta balance things out.
Okay.
Don't just go overboard with whatever it is. You gotta acknowledge you're doing this. You gotta still think about God, and God is the only one that we're supposed to be cherishing, and in that nature. So yes. Another thing is, you're supposed to start your day with God, praying and reading the Bible to show that you value your relationship with God. Throughout the day, we're supposed to thank God for everything, ask for guidance. So these are some of the things that we should be putting in your everyday life.
So when you say we're supposed to be praying every day and everything, so what about night? Are you like one of those that pray in the morning? You pray throughout the day while you're driving, while you're at work, and you pray before you go to bed? Do you pray before you go to bed?
Actually, he tells us to pray without ceasing. So that means he wants us to talk to him throughout the day, but you do wake up, thank God for this day, and ask him to lead and guide us. And then you may get to work, you ask him to show you what to do and be of encouragement to different people. And so when they say praying, it's like you're really just talking to God. So throughout the day, whatever you're going through, just talk to God, and that would be like a prayer. So you're talking to God and you're saying this and saying that. That's pretty much praying to God, praying for other people.
Not just praying when you just want something, just like making sure that you talking to him every day, like he, is your best friend. Like he's, I don't know, like he's important to you, not just somebody you could call and wish him well. Like,
right.
Oh, because I see people that do that. They just only pray when they won't hit the lottery. Or I want to pray because I'm
in trouble.
Yeah, at that moment, like, and don't get me wrong. Some people learn, about God when they get in trouble, and then they learn more about him. But if you just somebody that just thinking about God only when it benefits you, it ain't gonna work, baby. It ain't gonna work.
No, and then he knows anyway. So when you're going through it, you go to him, and then when you're happy and life seems to be going very well, you still talk to him, pray for people. It's just things that you see. Like sometimes when I see the ambulance going by, hey, I just be like, Lord, whatever may be going on, you go there and intervene. Let this person or whoever it is be okay. Because then too, you never know who it is. It could be your family, it could be your friends, people that you know and stuff. So it's just being gentle and kind and showing love and compassion for people. So you can see somebody walking across the street and you see that a car is really close. Be like, hey, Lord, in the name of Jesus, help him move faster or something.
Yeah,
Just
help that car see him
or slow down or
Right.
something. Just
I'm sorry, y'all see
be
me too.
mindful.
Y'all know we moms. Y'all might hear a kid one need time in the background. And my baby, my son, he's blowing me up, honey. But
Yes.
what she's saying is all relevant.
I'm wasting stuff. Forgive me. All right, now next thing with putting God first, you know, we have to seek His kingdom, and putting the kingdom first can lead to a life free of worry and fear.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we're gonna sin and stuff like that. Excuse me. That drink went down the wrong hole. And one thing about it, if we learn to try to do what's right and go down the path of righteousness. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get over a little cold too, so it's like you will need to try to do what's right for the most part. We know there are wicked people on this earth. They're gonna do all these evil and crazy things. And when I say that we still will sin, we will do different things. You know what I'm saying? We only human. And our body is flesh. So the flesh always wants things that's not good for the body and stuff. So it's like you try to do what's right, and you never want to just willing what's the word? Excuse me. You never just want to be willing to do things that you know is not right and stuff. So we will be punished for the things. Thank you. For the things that we do. So just be mindful of
Consequences.
and try to do what is right in the sight of the Lord.
But by all means, we all make mistakes. None of us are perfect. You know what I mean? But don't just be out here doing bad stuff and say, oh, I can just pray and it'll be better. Like, just, if you already know it's wrong, just don't do it. You know what I'm saying?
And be mindful, because some things you may not can help.
And some things you can't turn back around. So
Just be mindful, and you ask for forgiveness for things that you do, which God, He knows what we're going to do and stuff. So just be
y'all, I got a
mindful
kid,
of that.
and he is here, but y'all won't be seeing my baby today. I'll take the baby. You share some things with these beautiful people.
Sorry about all that. But yes, you know, we're supposed to be figuring out what is our purpose in life, what the Lord will want us to do, and find that. And you won't really be happy until you just really just get into the purpose of what God has for you to do. Then, you know, every day we want to pray and give thanks daily. You know, God, He wants us to be obedient and getting involved in the community. So, so when I say that, you know, we should be getting out, doing things in the community, helping maybe the homeless. Like Tika right here, she goes and
Not you gonna put me out there.
yeah, she gets dinners and different little things and like fruits and just food, and she takes them, and she could be riding down the road and she see a person, she's like, okay, hey, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna give this person this food and stuff like that. She does that often, which I used to do it
without any, like, that's another thing. I hate when people do stuff just because they want, like, something in return or whatever. I just do it just because I'm like, we waste food all the time. Not just me, I'm saying people in general waste food all the time. And one of my biggest pet peeves is wasting food, okay? People around me, you know that, okay? So I make sure whatever left in my lunchbox, whatever leftovers or whatever in the refrigerator, stuff that we got from a store that maybe my kids tried once and didn't like, I pack them things up, whatever, and I'll be like, oh, you know what, every time I go down this street, I always see like 3 men over there. So I'm like, let me pack this up and take this to them. Because at the end of the day, somebody gonna eat it. Somebody want it, you know?
Right. And my thing is, what I do is, so in each neighborhood that I am in, I always meet these different people that most of them, they don't really have a home, but I get to know them, and then I start cooking for them. They may come over, hey, knock on the door, hey, what you got to eat? What did you cook? And I teach my kids to do that as well. So my 15-year-old, if he sees someone, he'll be like, Mom, I want to get this, and give it to the guy or whoever. So we make the food, give it to them, different little snacks and drinks, water and stuff. So we always just passing out and giving. So we definitely give to the community, and that's part of what God will want us to do.
So as one of, just making it easy on yourself, don't wait for somebody to tell you to do it. Don't go do it only when it's the holiday. If you got some stuff in your house and you know you're not gonna eat it, or it's about to get that time where like, okay, I need to cook this, and it's just you and you got the time, it don't matter. Make 2 plates. Add a fork in the water bottle. Put it in a bag. When you riding down the street, you gonna see somebody. You don't even have to be a homeless person. You don't know, one day somebody at work might not have the money to go eat lunch. You know what? I have an extra lunch here. You know what I'm saying? Simple stuff like that. You got clothes in your closet that you don't wear. You never know. It might be a children's shelter down the street that them girls ain't got no clothes, and they going to school with the same clothes on for the next 2 weeks. Just little stuff like that. So,
yes. And then the next thing I wanted to talk about is, I say putting God first. So we have different things. So how about just being in a relationship? You put God first. You ask Him to show you His will for your relationship. Study the Bible together, pray together, and reading can strengthen your connection with your partner and with God. Right. So in your relationship, putting God first, those are some of the things that you can work on to make everything better.
And if you both on the same page when it comes to your religion standpoint, a lot of things will just fall in place the right way. You know what I'm saying? Because they say when you put God first, in which I believe that everything else will happen the way it needs. The plan that He has for you will be that if you just follow within His path. So we gotta just pay attention. We gotta stop trying to force things that ain't supposed to be it, because He already got a plan for you. He just letting you ride on in it.
Right. And we gotta figure out exactly what He wants us to do. And the next thing we will talk about is putting God first on your job or in your career. So some of the things of putting God first is like your integrity. Being at work on time and working hard, not like killing yourself, but you're definitely gonna go the extra mile on your job. Whatever career it may be, you're gonna go that extra mile. You're gonna be truthful, and you're gonna take responsibility when you can't accomplish something.
Right.
So you could do this and do that, but if you can't do this and do that, acknowledge it and let your supervisor know or whoever, but just always do your best at work. Excuse me.
Yeah, because when I be at work, I be seeing some lazy people. And they might be thinking I ain't doing nothing. I'm watching you not do nothing. But baby, I'm doing my work. But you know, people get mad when they be at work. And why you mad? You chose this job. I didn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You could choose to leave it too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here to help these, wherever I'm at. I'm here to please my customers, here to help my clients, here to do this, do that. Whatever it is that you gotta do, just do it. And God gonna make a way for you to be where you need to be if that ain't where you're supposed to be. But what they say, faith without work is dead. So do your part and He gonna do His part.
That's
Okay?
right. So whatever you do your best. You're gonna have some days where, you know, you may be feeling sick or whatever. But at the same time, you still gonna do your best and always just make the best of whatever you do. Cause He is watching us, so
At all times.
do your best. I should have took some medicine. And then another thing I want to talk about too is like respect. Being well respected, which is an admirable trait. You know, that's like on the job, well, wherever you go. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to just be respectful and mindful of other people. And then on the job and stuff too, you know, you should be encouragement to others.
Yeah.
And just being able to help whenever you can and going the extra mile for different people.
Right.
So that's like on
And
the
that's
job.
a way of getting respect when you encourage other people and you say nice things and you help others. They're like, you know what, I mess with that girl right there because it don't matter what she got going on. She be in the hand. She listen. She help out. It doesn't matter. Like it. Just stop. Sometimes it's okay to slow down and help.
Yep.
It's okay. It's times where you really can't pray and hope that they, you know, get through their day. But when you can and you not, don't be spiteful. Just do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. It'll take you a long ways. So
And when you really need it, it's gonna happen because you did it when everybody else needed it. It might seem like, dang, I'm always helping, I'm always doing it, but when it's really needed for you, when it is needed, because God ain't gonna put too much on you that you can't handle. So
Right.
when it's really needed for you, because you're the strong one, not saying they weak, but for some reason you think that it's not happening for you, but it's happening for everybody else. But it's gonna happen when He believes you need it, when you need that extra strength, that extra help, that encouragement. Somebody gonna be there for you.
right.
But when you give it willingly.
And it also will show that like when you're doing all this thing, giving your time and stuff, people will I know. People will, you may not see it or think it or whatever, but people will see like the goodness in you, like the love. And this is what God wants us to do. He wants us to share His love and stuff. So when you're doing helping and going out the way and, you know, not arguing and keeping up mess and stuff, people will see that, hey, it's something about this person that, what is it about them that they're doing to, you know, why is she so helpful? Why is she encouraging people? Why is she going out her way to do this and do that and stuff? That will show people that, hey, it's really a God out there. And this is one way to show people that God is real. You're living the life of compassion, loving one another, encouraging, and these are things that God wants us to do. So people that don't know of God and stuff, they would be like, hey, I want some of what she has. And then they start reaching out. Hey, What is it about you that you're doing this and do that? I want to do this. And then that's the time where you let them know about God and share who He is. And then, hey, maybe you can save a life. And that's how it goes. You save a life. Then the next thing is putting God first with your kids. We have to teach our kids to do what's right as well. You got to train them up in the way they should go, and when they're older, they won't depart from it. So by me saying that is, you tell your children about God, you take them to church, encourage them.
Don't that be hard? Taking them to church sometimes they just don't understand, but when they kids, so they'll grow into it. But it got to be something you got to bring them into early, so they like literally grow with it. Cause when you be trying to throw them in there, and they be like teenagers, you be like, huh? Where this come from, man? How this is? Who is this? And
so anyway, what I gotta get my kids.
Don't think I ain't listening because I'm texting my son, y'all. I can tell y'all, my son act like he my man. He is not my man.
They all be acting like that.
Yes.
So we definitely have to, like she said, put them in church. Start them off early.
Right.
Yeah, so they can get to know who Christ is. Teach them how to give and be loving and kind.
How to pray, why to pray, what's not okay, wrong from right. Understanding who are your friends and, what religion is okay, and freedom of speech and everything. Just everything you just want to teach them early. Even if you feel like they don't understand, repetition is key. Keep going, keep saying it, keep putting it in them. We don't want to brainwash our kids, you know what I'm saying, but we want to teach them the right way. And if we don't know the right way, let's grow with our kids. Let's learn, teach them, learn and teach them, and we growing together.
That's right.
Because I'm growing with them.
And the baseline is God. No matter what we do, it's going to always fall back to God. Okay. If God is not in our lives and stuff, we're going to be lost. You're going to be doing things that you probably shouldn't be doing. Like, I'm saying, like, some of the worst things that you could do. But if you know God, then a lot of that is going to be just washed out. Like, me, for example, I'm not going to just go out and be a killer, just kill someone,
right?
Because the baseline of it is I know God, and He wouldn't want me to do something like that. So just by knowing God, it will just stop you from doing a lot of things that we're not supposed to do.
You'll be able to keep yourself from certain temptations and certain like peer pressure things, and you'll just be understanding like, okay, as they say, what's the word? When they like, let God take the wheel. Don't take it. Don't take charge and go do what you need to do about it because you think it's gonna help it right now. Because in the long run, it's not. Let Him take care of that. Okay? Because that's the best karma ever.
Right.
The best karma. It's gonna happen because what goes around comes around, and He got that for you. You do not have to prove no point to nobody. Because it's going to happen. It might not happen when you want it to happen, but it's going to happen, okay? If it's right, if whatever is going on is done wrong on their end, you stay true to yourself and stay with your faith in God, and you know that He going to take care of you and keep you where you need to be, and that person is going to get what he or she deserves in that moment when God is ready.
Right, and then there will be things where, like, you could do different things that is not right and stuff. And then sometimes the enemy be so strong that some people, they get carried away with doing different things and stuff. And like can't stop. Like drugs, killing people, all types of different things. You know what I'm saying? And if you have a weak mind and you don't know God, a lot of times those people are just trapped with doing things like that and can't get out of bondage.
Right.
So if you grew up knowing who God is and you're learning about who God is, those things like that, you could do these things, and then sometimes it'd be easy for a person to come out of those things versus to someone that don't know about God and never heard of him and different stuff. Now they're just doing these things and just can't get free.
Right.
So
You're right.
it's a good thing
It's a process.
if you learn about God and knowing who he is. It's definitely a process.
Yeah.
And then the next thing I want to talk about is like, you know, this is for like marriage. And when I say that, you know, because it's like glorifying God through sex. You know, we're human and we do things, and of course I've had my kids I haven't been married or anything or whatever, so you know, but they're still, kids are a gift from God. But you know, if you're married and you're trying to put God first, glorify him, even with the sex, you know, you are supposed to be present in the moment. You know, you discover new things about your spouse each time you make love. So I just wanted to say that because there's people that don't think, they may think that sex is not of God or whatever. So it is for, sex is for marriage. But you know, some of us still do what we do. You know, we're not perfect and stuff or whatever.
We're not.
But I just said that to say that, you know, even, it's only for the marriage. So if you're married, sex is not a bad thing like that. And those are some of the things that you could do with your spouse, with glorifying God in the mix of that.
Okay. That's something I learned. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay. Learn something every day, no matter how grown you is, okay?
Right. Okay. Sex is made for the marriage. A man and a woman to be one and, you know, pleasure each other and have kids. So, yeah, basically, that is what that is for. So,
okay. Well, with that being said, y'all, I feel like we don't hit every point, but maybe not all. So, make sure y'all come in and tell us something, you know, that you believe that anybody should know about our God, you know. And before we close this out, I want to ask my friend, and maybe she can ask me, but has there been any time that you doubted God and then he gave you like a sign, like no? If you understand what I'm asking.
Like, no, don't,
like you don't doubt him. Don't doubt him.
Of course, it's always times where doubt would come in it, and that's where like the enemy comes in your mind to make you feel you're in the world alone or whatever, you won't get this. So almost probably every day I say I would experience something that would make me not doubt God, but it's just something that the enemy puts in your head to where you like,
I won't doubt God, but I probably lose faith a lot.
Like,
sometimes, like just happen? Faith in general, but not in him. Just like hope. You know, you have so much hope, you might get up and be like, okay, this is gonna happen, and then as your day go by, stuff bad start happening. You like, I guess I'm just gonna whatever. I give up. But then you have to realize like, we're not gonna give up. We're gonna keep moving. You know.
All right. So it goes hand in hand. You have to believe and then have your faith, and then it works out. You just got to believe and then see what happens. But 9 times out of 10, you never really go wrong with that.
Okay, because won't he do it?
All the time. He does it all the time.
I don't even know what song that was down, but I heard it before, y'all.
And Well, for the month of September, we're gonna get ready to close out. So
we love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. And again, sorry for the distractions, but again, we human. We ain't perfect. And don't come for the judgment, okay? Because I'll come for you.
That's right. And
Okay.
we
Like,
will
comment, and
have
subscribe.
right. We will have different videos and stuff, but we definitely have to put God first. So we just wanted to share some of the things that we should be doing on a daily basis and stuff amongst our busy lives and
Right.
stuff. We have to learn to insert God and put Him first.
Right. It's never not enough time for God. And with that being said, don't forget to tune in to the next video. We posting every Monday. You might see some other content here and there, but our chitty chat are on Mondays, okay? So, peace out.
Deuces.